Namaste everybody. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are looking into the ancestry of Swami Vivekananda. Here we are in this beautiful whiteboard. Let me now quickly tell you that we have taken the main source of this video from this amazing book, The Life of Swami Vivekananda, by his Eastern and Western disciples. This is published by the Advaita Ashrama Mayavati, which is situated at the Himalayas. Publication house of the Ramakrishna Mutt. It is situated in Mayavati, which is in Champavat. Now this certainly is not a sponsored video. We at Vivek Katha do not own any rights whatsoever and are making this with all the right intentions under the privilege of fair usage for educational purpose and for the love we share and have towards Swamiji. So let's delve deeper into his ancestry. Here, the Datta family of Shimla. This is different, this is not the hill station. Simla or Shimulia, a northern district in Calcutta, was rich and powerful, renowned for many generations for its charity, learning, and strong independent spirit. Now this is where the story starts. Gaur Mohan Mukherjee Lane, family mansion. Ram Mohan Datta, great-grandfather. He was the great-grandfather of Swamiji, who had two sons. Now the first is Durga Prasad Datta or Durga Prasad Datta, who is the grandfather of Swami Vivekananda, and Kali Prasad Datta is the granduncle. As we can see here, I have taken some extracts from the book and some are written by me. So it is verily clear that he was Kali Prasad Datta here, who is the granduncle of Swamiji, was unworthy of the great Datta legacy and was a man with no income and was not generous at all. After the death of Swamiji's grandmother, Kali Prasad made his nephew, that is Swamiji's father, suffer as an orphan, but even then the young orphaned lad always respected him. Now let's delve deeper into Swamiji's grandfather and his life. So Swamiji's grandfather, as we can see here, Durga Prasad Datta or Durga Prasad Datta, was a gifted youth. He was skilled in law like his father and was made a partner in the legal profession by him. After the birth of a son in the year 1835, he renounced the world. He became a monk at the age of 25. Rumor was that he had become the head of a monastery in Varanasi, which is also known as Banaras. In striving to account for the exceptional genius of Swami Vivekananda, one must not lose sight of the impressive figure of his grandfather, the man who deemed the whole world well lost in his search for God. Now let's see. This is Swamiji's grandmother, Shama Sundari Devi, who was certainly a fearless and worthy lady. And she's the one who actually brought Vishwanath Datta or Vishwanath Datta up, that is the father of Swami Vivekananda, who was also referred endearingly by his relatives, his friends and his neighbors as Datta Vishwanath, which is charitable Vishwanath in English, because of his charitable nature and his ever-present mindset to help people, which certainly we see a glimpse, a lot of it to be honest, in our Swami Vivekananda. Now let's see what kind of a personality was the great Vishwanath Datta, who was the father of Swami Vivekananda. So he was the pride of the Datta family. He became proficient in Bengali, in English, in Persian, in Arabic, in Urdu and Hindi. He also studied Sanskrit in a toll, a traditional Sanskrit school. History was his forte, but in addition, he acquired a fairly good knowledge of astrology. He was also a great lover of music. Like his father Durga Prasad, he had a sweet voice. There was a time when every Saturday and Sunday he used to hold a musical soiree and entertained his guests with a pulao feast. He passed attorneyship examination in the year 1866. After some time, he was enrolled as an attorney at law in the High Court of Calcutta. Now let's look at when he was married. So at the age of 16, he had been married to Bhuvaneshwari Devi. As we can see here, we can see the photo of Swami Vivekananda's mother. Here it is mentioned, this is also taken from the same book, Bhuvaneshwari Devi. She was born in the year 1841 and she attained Mahasamadhi in the year 1911. So here we are. This is the pious mother of the great and incredible modern Rishi of Bharatvarsh. Bhuvaneshwari Devi, mother, the only child of Nandolal Bosho. She was the only child of her parents, of the renowned Bosho family of Simla, Calcutta. She was born in 1841 and was only 10 years old at the time of her marriage. Back then, this was a tradition back then to be, married pretty young. So this is certainly not, against the norms of those days, but definitely not something that we, can take into consideration now. Certainly not, and thankfully so. So she was an educated and great woman. Now mark this, she was educated, she was verily educated, she was well versed in, all these scriptures and all. Later on we will see it when we delve deeper into her life. So she was indeed noted for her unusual memory and knew by heart long passages from the Ramayana and the Mahabharata. And here, it was then to these two, Vishwanath and Bhuvaneshwari Devi, that the boy who was to become the greatest man of his age, whose influence was to shake the world and who was to lay the foundation of a new order of things, was born. This is where Narendranath Datta comes in, the son, or the eldest son of the head of the Datta family, Vishwanath Datta, and his wife Bhuvaneshwari Devi. Narendranath Datta, his nicknames were Bile and Naren. He was also known as Norin or Naren to his guru, Thakur Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa Deva. He was born on the 12th of January 1863 in Calcutta, Bengal, India. Now we have all known those stories of Bile. This is Swamiji's nickname, and his ma or mother used to call him Bile when he was young, and he was quite a playful child. He used to do a lot of things and put everybody in trouble and himself in trouble in the house. And now this is the lad who later became Swami Vivekananda after he became a monk and he joined the monastic order. He actually started the Ramakrishna mission and Mutt, and he with his fellow brother disciples of Thakur Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa Deva, he opened the monastery, the Mutt, and they stayed there as monks. But there is one important anecdote here, that Swami Vivekananda as we know him, or as the world knows him, is not how he actually wrote his name previously. Previously, he used to write his name as Satchidananda. Yes, this is how he wrote his name, Sachidananda. We have pretty much covered all the important names that I could find out, from the book. This is a very important book in the, you know, Advaita Ashrama publication, and this is a very important book for everybody who wants to know the Swami, because this, as we can see here, this is by his Eastern and Western disciples. So basically, this is people, or these are people who have actually known and seen the Swami. So this is very important. This is a very important book. If anybody wants to, know him better, I believe that this is a book that is highly recommended. This is very, very important to be read, and I've started reading it, and we will certainly, delve deeper into the life and teachings of Swami Vivekananda. So that's all for this one. I'll meet you in the next. Thank you so much. Hari Om.